Oh, this. Oh, there. That's better. I feel like I fixed this a little bit better. This lighting is horrible. Mm, I guess I don't like it as brighter on this side. That's white. Maybe I should do it that way. Let's see. Hey y'all, Grand Risings, everybody. I just wanted to get. I was up because they were in here banging, and sending drones, sending people by, slamming doors. They got a new recruit. So I went outside to feed the birds this morning because I told her I'd catch me outside. How about that? She ain't come out, but I ain't expect her to. But I don't want to talk about her for real. I was just thinking, and I decided to go live because I ain't got nothing else to do. Mm-mm-mm. Maybe I should switch it that way. I was feeding my PDMs. I think I'm gonna try it. Hold on, y'all. I need the lighting better because it's off. It's messing with my ADHD. Now, the girl is scared, as she should be, for getting involved with black people business, first of all. Second of all, I'm not gonna tell you anything. You'll just be a co-conspirator, conspiracy, or whatever. What y'all are. Oh, well, that shows the bathroom. The ghetto. And let's talk about that a little bit. Y'all get a nerd to talk about the hood. Oh, that's way better lighting. Oh, I'm sorry, babies. Hold on. I gotta give my baby some food. There you go. I gotta use this sparingly, y'all, because we on bread and water status over here. I gotta update my number to 13. Update my number to 13. Okay, here we go. That's way better. Go through what you go through. Okay, yeah, I need this behind me because this chair be rolling. Switch this a little bit better so my chair don't roll. There we go. That is way better. Ain't that better lighting, y'all? Actually, I'm gonna do it straight on there instead of caddy in it. No. Yeah. All right. So we are in the white ghetto. And I know a lot of white women here are like, oh, she's so mean. She's coming down on me. I don't care. I am mean to you. Look what you're doing. You want me to be nice? You don't want black woman's love. You just want to bounce up and down on black dick. It's not Sunday no more. I told my mom to trap out today. You all are at 2 o'clock in the morning. When you slam the front door like that, you know exactly what you're doing. When you stomp up and down these steps like you're doing, you know exactly what you're doing. That is lending to torture, sleep deprivation. Oh, I know it's in the water now. I know it's in the water. And it's going to be traced. It's going to be clocked right in the laboratory. Because I've been wondering about this water situation here because I know my body and I know there's something in the water. Now, initially, I thought it was metals, because of the reaction that I was getting in my body. And even when I took a shower, even when you take a shower, and then something very interesting happened. I put my ring back on, this ring right here. See it? This gold ring. But when I take this ring off, look at that. You see that? See that all the way around? You see that? Now, most of you, this lighting. Is there a lighting on here? No, because this is in my phone. Anyway. Yeah. I was putting metal this is gold too, but I was having metal on like this one, right? This isn't gold, this is metal. So it would get irritated, right? And you can see it a little bit right now, but it's going away because I'm flushing my system. I didn't get my water. But I know what's in the water now. I'm not telling y'all because you can't cover it up. No, I'm still not telling you. I'm going to show you. I have the sample. It's already done. It's relative at that. We're talking about a person who doesn't have but one brain cell and operating under one brain cell. It's all relative. You have to, when you only have one brain cell, and I know this is hard for my community because we have an abundance of excellence. And I'm not asking you to minimize your thoughts, but I'm just asking you to visualize one brain cell Black woman who flipped for whiteness. I put y'all, yeah, you got your bread. Okay, good. Who flipped for whiteness, right? One brain cell, because whiteness doesn't have brain cells. So I'm even giving her grace and credit with that one brain cell, operating under one brain cell for 45 years, 50 years, and it's all relative. It's all relative. It's a reason to cut your hair. See, metal would be too easily to detect, right? Say, for example, if someone just happened to hire someone to do some testing on the water, like y'all did previously, I might have been wrong about what was in the water before, but I'm not wrong that there's something in the water. And now I know what it is. Because I haven't been doing my nails, but they've been acting like this. See that? Mm-hmm. And my toes, oh girl, not cute. But it's not my fault. It's something in the water. My face, my hair. I know what it is now. And it is. That's why nobody in here drinks the water. Nobody in here showers hardly. And if they do something right afterwards because. But if you drink this water, what's in this water will fuck your system up over time because they need low detection, high results. Now I clocked it at 3 days this time, and I took some data in, because relative probability, and then all the cases over the past 50 plus years that y'all have conspired with, right here in Nova Scotia. This ain't the first building y'all did this in, right? Right. Also, Daddy's Girls Call. Okay. Go ahead and Google 764 call because over here they like to say, oh, that's an American, that's on the US side. No. You white people, you crackers. All of you collectively are crackers. There's white people in your demographics. But collectively, you are crackers. You are what your ancestors labeled as whip crackers. They call themselves that. They call themselves, nigga, you call me cracker. That's what they said. So that's what we do. We call you cracker. You get mad about it. They called us nigger too. But when we, switched that up and made it something for our community, you all decided you wanted to be a part of that too. So you got a bunch of white boys walking around here talking about nigger. It's a new day. Because not only do I have a whole plethora of black women coming, I have a whole plethora of black men coming across the diaspora. Black America, because this is our land, from the north to the south, right? Mexico knows. Mm-hmm. Brazil knows. Mm-hmm. Haiti knows. Mm-hmm. And Black America, from the north to the south, knows. Now, see, black and indigenous one and the same. Mm-hmm. Anyway. White women in Nova Scotia. See, y'all are very, what's the word I want to use? Oh, hold on, my car's calling me. I'm right here, baby. Okay, hold on. There you go. Stop fighting. No fighting. You better get it before them pigeons get it. I ain't giving you no more. Oh, well, you sit right there and look at them eat it now. Hey. These crows look different. They look like they've been through war. These look like AI crows or something. They look like I got this crow right here. Look like he got a thing in his mouth, like a camera or some shit. I don't know. This is the shit they do though. Tell y'all. But let me tell you something, Nova Scotia. You are so far behind the rest of the continent. I'm not even gonna go with the rest of the world. I'm talking about this Western Hemisphere here. White women, and you are at fault for this because your white men have fucked it up and you gave birth to them. And just so y'all know, like I was saying, you all think in gentrification. We know it's gentrification, but we know this is our land. Black, indigenous, one and the same. Hey, family, we uniting right now. Because you cause a divide here with, black indigenous and lighter hued indigenous, right? Mm-hmm. The brown paper bag test originated right here. Mm-hmm. And then they dispersed people across the continent. Yeah, they did. And you kept a lot of lineage, Caribbean lineage, African lineage, Black American lineage from its people. I don't like that. White women of Nova Scotia, you uniters, because it ain't white men wanting to unite. They ain't never wanted to unite. They only wanted to fetishize us, like you do when you're at home and you talk about us, and then they wonder about us, and then they come out and rape us. Like that cracker Jeff that came here, right? And I'm hanging up this child trafficking sign, and he's commenting on my ass. So I go confront him. The fuck did you just say to me? And then it's, no. I thought you were someone else. So you just walk around talking to black women's on black women's bodies. How very historical of you, Jeff. And you ran off your last name. And you said you are close to, you called North Preston up home as if you're from there. As if you have any lineage there. See, this is how some of y'all up home, y'all got like, I'm gonna get too comfortable. This cracker Jeff, and I'm gonna get to his picture sometime and put it up and show y'all who he is, so y'all at home know who he is, because he spoke on my body, talking on my ass, and then he called me a bitch because his girlfriend was in here this new, probably one of these new recruits up in this bitch. And she came walking out in front here, and I told her, you better get your fucking man from talking on my body before I bust him in his face. And then he wanted to call me a lying bitch. Right? And then he claimed up home. I want to know who up home is hanging with this. I want to know who up home is entertaining whiteness. Because this ain't the first time. Y'all letting these white boys walk around with I am black excellence on their hats? A white boy, a cracker. I gathered his ass up too in front of the fucking library in Dartmouth. Right, Noonie? Right. Now, white women, back to you, because I have a plethora of black men to come handle you you white men. Because if I do it, you'll get in your feelings like you did out there, like you was gonna do nothing. You're gonna get in your feelings, like let me deal with these white females. And I'm not talking about you ran through crackheads right here. I'm talking about you out here, you liberals. Right? You ones having your babies for profit, you traffickers. When you look up and down these streets and you see these color-coded kids, everybody, they got paid. Disgusting. They orchestrated in their lives, not love for have a child out of love. Oh, they might have wanted to love to have a child, but they didn't have a child out of love. They had a child for a price. I'm gonna have a baby. Oh yeah, I want a baby. I love to have a baby, and I get a paycheck. Oh yeah, I love to do that. And a lot of you white women are gonna say, "Oh, I didn't know it was trafficking." Yes, you did. You've been doing it for centuries, and you've been stealing our babies and doing it too. I'm proof. Now you might say, "Oh well, Bonnie's black, but her investors aren't." Bonnie ain't got no money. She ain't got a brain cell to make no money. She ain't got no intelligence, no excellence, no nothing. She sold it to y'all. And we know y'all ain't got shit. Y'all don't even season your food properly. You don't wash your asses. And you got a nerve to be talking about black people anywhere. You're in a very interesting place in history, Nova Scotia. The entirety of the province color-coded. I mean, I would say less than 1% of the province is not color-coded. And if you can't have kids or you're not having kids, then you're doing other things to interrupt people's lives for payout. That makes you a predator. So either you're a pedophile or you're a predator or pedophile protector. One and the same, right? Right. I'm going to be coming to schools here. I'm going to be doing workshops and seminars as it relates to child trafficking and the color-coded system that you all have been under. Let me tell you something, white women. You all, a lot of you, especially you llamas, y'all haven't even told your husbands. No, you haven't. You got a payment and your husband doesn't even know. But they're going to know. Your kids are going to know. You can't hide this, white women, just like you can't hide critical race theory. Everybody's going to see y'all's history. The continent has shifted already, and y'all know it and you feel it, and there's nothing Europa can do about it. Because the Asian community, they say it like that over here. So on the other side of the continent, saying the Asians, the blacks, that is racial slurring, as it was done by you savages, colonizers on the other side of the border. On this side of the border, they say blacks, they say whites, because This is how they do the divide. So when someone over here goes over there and says it, it's outrage. But it was taught that way. It was conditioned that way. hmm The Asian community, anyway, the continent that Europa's, got in the mountain on, stole, savage, they will side blackness because they are from blackness. You white people are the only ones that are not from the black woman, and you know it. And that's why white women do what they do. And that's why I got all the smoke for you white women here. All of it. All through Nova Scotia. You sit over here and you pretend. Don't walk by my window with your head down looking shame now. You wasn't shame a year ago when you was walking by my window laughing, or the year before that, right? Testing 1, 2, 3. I feel really bad for these children. It breaks my heart daily because a huge majority of these children are going to be trafficked. And for the last year that I've been sitting here, that I could have been, there's so many people that could have been saved. This is what you, this is historically the issue in our community. I don't trust the feds. Why would I? They ain't never protect me. They're corrupt. They try to kill me. Oh, he's just sitting here telling me I had a PG, an elder PG on last night. Um, just chilling with me for like a whole hour. It was so beautiful. It was the elder pigeons. He was all gray, and then I like it wouldn't leave. So I was getting ready. I was like, I gotta lay down or sit down or something. But I got up to put the screen in, and then it left. I was like, oh, thank you, God. I needed that. Now I got my crow out here who really didn't want anything, no food. I'm gonna see get another piece of bread, but she's just chilling there. My protectors. That baby. Get you a piece of bread. She does. Oh, so I made bread. I made some more bread, and it's so good. Maybe I'll give them a piece of that. Hold on, Boo Boo. I'm gonna give you a piece of the bread I made. Look at this bread I made, y'all. It is so good, and it's so good for this bag I put in. But this is the no, I didn't bite that like that, but shoot, mine. But look at this bread, y'all. It's so good too. It's so good. Let me give them a piece. I got half a sweet potato that I've been holding on to, so I'm gonna make a little bit of a sweet potato soup, and so that's what I'm doing today. I think I'm right here. Don't. Okay. Oh, he's injured. Oh, baby, that's why, huh? There you go. Oh, you're injured. Yes, you're hungry. That's right, baby. You eat on up. I know I'm injured too. I feed you. Yeah, she injured. Ugh, it's so good. Mom's so proud of me. I made a loaf of bread. I made sup rolls. I made dinner rolls. But I ain't gonna eat bread every day, y'all. Mm-mm. Can't eat bread every day. So I detox, so I don't eat every third day. Every third day. So tomorrow I won't eat. Tomorrow I won't eat. Also, I want to say something. I want I want to retract a cracker. I called Joanna because I said y'all killed two of your crackers already. I want to say this because Joanna and Cynthia are gifted, and all of gifted people are God's people. Um, so they're God's gifts. You know, you murdered God's gifts, and that's how I'm going to say that as it relates to those that have gifts because we are God's gifts. Um, the entirety of the black community is God's gifts, and the white community knows it, and they do all this facading because they know this instead of just we don't share the same God, and vengeance is mine. This is the era I'm in. Um, and the reason white people put vengeance is not mine in their Bible is so our ancestors, our enslaved ancestors, wouldn't take vengeance out on them. They would think they would go to hell if they did. We know they lied about everything, including the Bible and the redactions and the whitewashing and all that. And when you look back over the history of the real history of the book, the good book, vengeance is mine, and we are in that era now. White people hear that and they think automatically because of how barbaric they are that we are going to just off with your heads just like that and fuck up the land. Now, if we could off your heads without fucking up the land, we would absolutely do that. You all deserve it. Y'all are pedophiles, the whole race of you. If one is doing it, all right, because that's how you apply it to the black community. That's how stereotyping came. That's why policing came. Now we're gonna police you. It's that era. My camera goes everywhere. Y'all can get it. Your ancestors set you up because they didn't give a fuck about you. And you are your ancestors. Let me give you an example. Hold on. Oh, okay. Here you go. Y'all can play with this bread. There you go. My baby's eating. We eating. I know. Yeah, go play rugby and soccer. Well, I finish this. Look left, look right, follow your contract, girl. Yeah, you color coded cult members. Look left and look right and do your job, ho. Anyway, they can all get it. They can all get it. You walk by my window and I get up and see, and I just decide I want to say something. I'm going to do it because I have the right to speech. Freedom of speech, right? Black people would never destroy this planet, this land that God created, the Most High, divine. White women will, white men will do it for them, just to obtain power from them, because they can't get it from us. White men could never obtain power from us without force. They took all your power, white women, and you let them, because you sat comfortably in these concrete towers and your concrete houses and your big old houses and sprawling land that you stole, just like you're trying to steal Preston, just like you did to Africville, right? You are your ancestors. Actually, I was getting to that example, right? Yeah, your ancestors probably are rolling over in their graves or in fire or in I don't know what they're doing, rotisserie. But they're rolling over because they were loud racists. Because if there was cameras back then, they absolutely would have been taking pictures. They absolutely would have been recording it. They took postcards of lynchings, hangings, scalpings, you name it, as it related to black and indigenous people on this land. Your white ancestors took pictures and postcards, drawings. They drew it. One of your white cracker ancestors sat down with a pen and pad and paper and shit and drew black women and black men and black babies being slaughtered. So they absolutely would have done it. See, you scary motherfuckers these days, you scary crackers are so quiet. That's why you talk like that. You have Bonnie talk like that. I asked her, what the fuck are you whispering for? It's inside. Well, speak up. I can't hear you. You all are quiet, what we call quiet racists. But they call themselves that too. We're going to be quiet about it. Now, you're quiet racists. You infiltrate you create organizations to diversify, and you infiltrate those organizations. So the difference, see how y'all are different? You're still doing the same thing though. You are the only checkbox that is not connected to the black woman. Every other checkbox under that checkbox is connected to the black woman by lineage. Except you white women, you white men. What a color-coded mess this y'all got yourselves into. Well, I'm on day 13 of bread and water and a little, slight veggie because Akil Shako of Department of Community Services and his white system supervisors more air quotes needed, white system supervisor decided they wanted to let Bonnie Lou toggle. And they try to use things like naturally, oh, you didn't provide documentation, oh, you didn't do this. I know what I did. I know what y'all are doing. So that will be on y'all. That includes you, Akil Shako. I know you don't have the power of it, but you have a responsibility as a government public official. Maybe not a public official in the stance of like the police or anything like that, but you are working in community services. You have an obligation to the community. And when you don't obligate yourself to the community, but you obligate yourself to a color-coded, cult, corrupt system, well, I'm just going to clear the whole room. That's what I do. There's nothing but corruption here. And it was built by Bonnie Lou, ran through Rheingold. She don't deserve that last name. Now, I do want to say something about last names, too, off the topic of whiteness. I'll get back there in a minute. Yes, our ancestors and our family lineage names come from slave masters. Not all of them, though. Some names were created. We created some of our names. We'll never know which one of those which names were created and recreated, changing the spelling. But because you're known by that name. I'm not changing my name. I understand what Malcolm X was saying. I do. But I also know like how we did when we took my nigger. We take it and make it our own. We are not their history. We are our history. Their Smith name can never be this Smith name. Their Fraser name can never be this Fraser name. Your last name can never be them. In order for us to flush them out, the only thing we need to be worried about right now is ignoring them and putting whatever they do right in their face. Leave them to their system while we take it over. They can't handle it. They don't know what to do with it. And that's this land, these are our Black indigenous dollars across the whole continent. And we have advocacies from the north to the south, all the way down south, through the Caribbean, the continent, motherland. This is a Black movement. And anybody born under the lineage of the Black woman movement. If you want to side with whiteness and their hypocrisy and their barbaric system, then vengeance is ours. Because centuries upon centuries upon centuries. That's proof. I'm sitting here enslaved. That's proof. Bonnie Lou Fraser Reingold isn't enslaving me. Your system of whiteness is. Right? See, she's going to be a dead ran through walk. She's a dead ran through walk-in. She's going to drive her own self crazy. You're left with me. And I ain't even put on a suit yet. Now, Nova Scotia, you should go Google the legal definition of torture and learn yourselves up for what you have participated in. Because just because I look like this, I would never give you bitches or hoes or whoever the satisfaction of default or defeat. It ain't in me. I don't want to live. I don't want to live around y'all. That is a factual statement. Who would want to live around a bunch of predators? Look what y'all do daily. You all get paid. You want to get paid to fuck with Black people, to fuck with Black indigenous people. And I'm going to keep saying this because I know we need to ingrain it into your little pea brains, especially you white women. Y'all got the weird. Black and indigenous, one and the same. Black native, one and the same. The reserves, they're Black. They're not your racial construct. They're indigenous. They're native. They are who they are. They're from Black women. My grandmother, my great-great-grandma, my great-great-great-great on this land, indigenous Black woman. Not light skin like me, Black woman. brown to dark black woman. And that's why you scalp them and you send them down south. Now, some of you modern Asian community people, y'all in big trouble. Y'all fucked up. I'm not gonna, you know who you are, take it how it resonates. You went away from your lineage, you went away from your traditional histories to side with whiteness. Yeah, whatever. Go be with them. They can't help you. They're lying to you and they know it. That's why they got you color coded now. There's a design that whiteness has for every demographic. I don't play about my community, the children in my community. And that includes the Native Indigenous community for all you, special white people that don't understand what the fuck is coming out of my mouth. You got some investors over there on the reserve trying to steal land right now. To the Mi'kmaq community, my people, my people. Hold it down, I'm coming. I've been researching a lot of stuff. I can't wait to come over to the reserve, meet my people. Interesting categories of white women here. As I've been watching, doing my analytics. None of y'all have your own identity. You all have been positioned into your way of life, very much like your ancestors taught you. I don't care about you white women here. Not a single one of you. I care about those babies though. I'm expose you to the predator, the pedophile. Because if you're a child trafficker, you're a pedophile. You have to look at children in a certain way to be a trafficker. You know getting a payout for have a kid is trafficking. If you didn't, you know that propping that child up on social media is trafficking. Color coded. You and your besties and them and them and them and them and them and them and them. Now, white people that been researching Daddy's Girls cult. You see Angela? See Angela Van Dusen there? You see all the black women around her? They were forced, tortured in 4K. Angela isn't the ringleader of Daddy's Girls cult. Bonnie Lou Fraser Reinhold is. Just like she's the leader of the 764 cult in BC. And there's other little subcults too. You all, Nova Scotia, was the first to get put on, the first to get set up, and the last to know. That's where you're at. You weren't forced. You were participants. Oh, some were forced. Let me take that back. Talk about the white people. There are some white people that were forced, gifted people. Anybody else will have to prove themselves as it relates to the white race. Now, we know why they do it to the black community and the indigenous communities. Because they want the land. And they want to make sure that black and indigenous are afraid of the white man. Nobody afraid of you. What? Because you pick up a gun? That don't make you a man. Put some hands up. Throw them hands. No whips, no firearms, no sticks, no fire. Straight hands. Y'all can't do it. And I know you white bitches ain't doing it. Very few of you got hands. And the ones that do really don't want to fuck with us. Now back to vengeance. We're not gonna fuck up the land. We love the land. This is our land. We connect to the land. We ground. Y'all don't ground. Y'all don't connect to the land. Y'all came out of the mountain. That's why you keep building this concrete. It's in your DNA. You don't see that? You see it. You don't want to admit it. So you keep stealing identities and cultures and calling it civilized. Y'all are the most uncivilized, barbaric, savage species on the planet. More so than wild animals, because they're supposed to be wild animals. Right? Right. Anyway, you know how in the Bible it says, you know in the Bible it says, the second coming is going to be fire. Well, the North American continent. This is Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, white people, do you know what the fire is? We, the black people of this world, are the fire. God's gonna set it straight. God's eradicating y'all, and we're gonna do the rest. Now, speaking of that, it brings me to an interesting point. Military, your white military. Now, I know there's some barbaric motherfuckers in the military, right? But then there's not, because you got to mix it all up. Now, I don't know what you black folks gonna do in the military, because I don't even know why you're in the military. But what do you do now that you're the property of whiteness? What do you do now that you're the property of whiteness and you're over there killing melanated people for whiteness? See, our ancestors didn't join the military for this. They joined the military so we can move around without being killed. That's how that. We can get to that another time because they didn't switch the whole program up and fucked it up. What are you gonna do? Kill more black people in the military? I was gonna go out there. I don't want to go out there. I'm gonna get something else, tomato or another something, but it's evident you all didn't catch her. So this has been off wet. Your benefit. My torture has been for your benefit. Because I had it. I had it covered. I was at church yesterday online, and we were talking about forgiveness again. I don't forgive pedophiles. You're not a pedophile, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And I don't think anybody should forgive pedophiles. And if you do, then I don't want to be around you. Oh, I just want to let y'all know, you decide you want to do all this banging and shit tonight, I will wake the whole block up. I'll go live and wake the whole block up. Y'all gonna go and get enough about playing in my face. Playing with my life. I don't care what you got paid already. I don't care what. You better go take that, whatever you got to take. When you fuck with my sleep tonight, I'm gonna wake the whole block up. Y'all, white women are the fakest on the planet. Y'all even more faker than white men, I think. White men are pretty cut forward, like they're straightforward. Not all, but most. You can read them pretty well. You white women fake like a motherfucker. And the fact that Bonnie Lou y'all to her, y'all are pathological liars. And this isn't just for the white race, this is for all you color coded motherfuckers that are participatory. Y'all are pathological liars to yourself. Walking up and down these streets like you really earned shit. Walking up and down the street like you really have this identity. You lie to yourselves, you lie to your family, you lie to your friends, you lie to everything, everybody. And you, and this ain't just for the white race either, because a lot of you that are participatory are melanated. A whole bunch of y'all. Mm-hmm. You knew what you was doing, but you never thought you would get caught. Now look at you. The only advice that I have for y'all is you are at the fork in the road. Stop lying. Just sit down, shut the fuck up, and stop lying. Figure it out in your space. Sit with yourself. I know that's very hard for you white women to do because you don't even know how to you really meditate or ground. Because what are you meditating to when you're lying every day? And this is for any of y'all white women, because the collective of y'all are crackers. You are your race, right? Right. You don't get to, oh, I'm not like that. Oh, I'm not doing this. No, you are. And this is the era of, yes, you are. And we're going to show you you are. All you white women. Like I told you, I got a whole plethora of black women coming to show you who you are. And then I know there's a whole plethora of black women here who can't wait to show you who you are because of you treating them the way you have treated them with your fake asses all up in their face smiling. Meanwhile, behind their back, you setting up to kill them. Which speaks to me this. Montreal, Drummond family. Not all of y'all I got that for, but you know who you are. Now, did you know this about the Drummond family? Because there's one person in the Drummond family. Well, not one. Yeah. Anyway, Steve Simmons was murdered. Okay? And he wasn't murdered by Marsha. Okay? But people in the family got paid out for it, not Marsha. We're going to get to it. Like I said, I don't have to be in Montreal to be in Montreal. Timmy, Jeffrey, how many of you family members, oh, I'm going to show you who got paid on that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Setting up your own family members. Mm-hmm. To get paid out. Setting up scenarios against your own family members to get paid out. Right, Tanya? That's what you did. You've been doing it for quite a while. Right? Mm-hmm. You're a child trafficker. You're a pedophile, Tanya Drummond. And I'm going to expose you, bitch. I told you not to fuck with me. I don't give a fuck about you. And I told you in Montreal, you was going to see me one day. Right? All families in it. That includes you. Now, my name is Tanya. The only person who ever can call me Tanya is Mama right here. And she ain't here no more. Call me Tanya, I'll ignore you. Because then I'll be thinking you're talking to a predator or a pedophile. And she's in Montreal. That ain't me. You gotta have a conversation with Everton. Right? Right. John, my brother John. Well, not my brother because I don't claim him. Mm-mm. Remember how you treated me when you got sent to DC when you were saying you come to visit your sister? No, you weren't coming to visit me. You were sent there. Yeah, you were. Mm-hmm. Your own mother setting you up. All families in. Oh, excuse me. Your own mother set you up. All families in. When you lost your tooth, when you were a minor, right? Right, John? Right. Right, Claire? Simons? Right. All families in. Mm-hmm. See, John, your morale, your integrity was pushed, and you went for it. You have a baby, right? An Asian woman got paid for it, right? Right. That makes you a child trafficker, right? Right. There's a whole lot gonna be flipped in Montreal. Y'all did a lot in Montreal. The companies, the building I lived in, all of y'all. I got all the data. And then there's like, it's not even just that. There's data that I haven't even gotten yet about your companies, your individual lifestyles there in Montreal. Right? Mhm. Mm. Now y'all walking around. When you all see these kids out here color coded, just know their parents got paid. No, no, no. I can't say that. I take that back. White women. Because I asked for folk, there's a whole nother situation going on there, force, enslavement, if you will. 2026 enslavement. Hmm. You're not like your ancestors, right? I haven't even put a suit on. I haven't even been able to really get into the research I want to get into because she got my laptop hacked. She's following me on cameras, just like she follows you. You think you think it's just me? No, you participated, but she's still clocking you. She's definitely clocking her money. She clocks me because I'm the child. You mean the daughter that came from my body? Face ass. No, the daughter that God vesseled through that before it got ran through, or maybe it was already ran through. Anyway, Mo Abdullahi, Gigi Bien, Christine Poliquin, child traffickers. Hmm. See, the guy Drew that's with Christine, he's from the U.S. I know I said this before, but I'm gonna keep saying it because they. I don't know if he might have already got set down. I don't know. They're literally holding him hostage. If you leave, you're gone. Whether that be to jail or gone. And Christine was all too like he ain't going nowhere. He ain't got a choice. Thanks, ass cracker. Right, Christine Poliquin? You and your family? Big child traffickers, right? Because you got that house, right? Hmm. Now, Christine will be like, oh, she's not saying anything about Sean. Now, Sean's the one in Montreal that worked at, that I showed interest in. Now, Sean has a kid. Why isn't he a child trafficker? Because he was forced. See that white cracker Italian bitch that he married? That family's all families in. See, whiteness needs black. Black don't need white. Never have. This is a evolved barbaric system of yours that y'all have created. Just because Bonnie Lou is a face, you know, she ain't the money. Hmm. Phil Fayer is the money, right? That's how you wash money, right? New Bay Technologies, right? Right, Maria Torres, Marilyn Torres, right? Right. I haven't even put a suit on yet. I know, Gigi. I know you shaking in your motherfucking boots, right? Right. And Mo Abdullah, you know, you ain't gonna have no position left in life because you know you invited me, you and your wife, and the rest of the sales channel management there, the females, invited me over there to your house to, you know, fuck with me, right? Right. You too, Christine, Nadine, right? Right. Mm. God spared my life. I'm so grateful, so humble, so blessed. There's so many instances I should not. They people would have killed me. They tried. They tried very hard. They're still trying. So white women, if someone's trying to kill you, how do you react? Have you ever had anybody try to kill you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again all your life? You ever have anybody contract to target you for simply existing? Hmm? Confine you to place after place after place and then position people to target you, attack you, assault you? Wow. I'll be talking at schools about child trafficking, about the color coded system of child trafficking here in Nova Scotia. White women, I suggest you talk to your children before I do, because I know how to be in a space of children and deliver information in their spaces. It doesn't have to be at their school, so you know she's gonna be there. I'm not gonna let my child go to school. That ain't that. The, you underestimating your kid's intellect will be your downfall, just like you underestimating black women have been your downfall. Because we're gonna learn them up when you don't, because they deserve that. They're children. They're innocent, and they're evolved to an era that they can move away from the ideologies of your history. I have no interest in you modern white women at all, except to expose you. None of you are advocates, not even for your own community. So you'll definitely not be an advocate in mine. There's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do for us. This $1,000 is my $1,000. This is our money. This is our land. This is our continent. I'm not chasing it. I got bigger fish to fry. But you will be chasing your bank accounts because your identity is attached to it, right? Hmm. What are you going to do now? How are you going to dress now? Hmm? Walking around here looking like I did 20 years ago, but not really. Just the fit. I'm not even wearing it right. Driving shit I already drove. Your cars are color. Your animals, your pets are color coded. Well, not color coded, pet coded. You don't even know how deep y'all are involved here. And then you sit on the Preston Township like Why? You put up a sign of the first indigenous black community, but you won't put up sidewalks. You put an RCMP in there to scope out our children, but you're going to uplift the community. You're going to put affordable housing on ancestral land. Why don't you put on affordable housing on your land? Why don't you just worry about your people? I'm going to show you about your government. I'm going to show you about your law and a loophole for you. And reputational liability on the World Wide Web will sit you the fuck down. Because one thing white people hate is being shamed. Like I said, I hope all you white women, and actually, let me go before this, preface this, to you biracial children with white mothers, I encourage you, urge you to tap into your black community. Your white mother knows nothing, absolutely nothing about being black. Your white mother cannot create a black child. Your white mother can only have a black child. It took a black man to create you. Don't let your white mother wash you. And this is one of the reasons I'll be doing a lot of seminars as it relates to multiracial children in high schools, in universities. Because you whitewashers here get a hold of them and then you send them all across the border, or you send them whitewashed. And then go disrespect the culture over there, like Bonnie Lou did. And then she got flipped. The culture said, you can't sit with us. You do too much. And she flipped. And she allowed the complete flip to happen. She sold her soul to the devil. When you look at Daddy's Girls Cult online and you see Angela Van Dusen and all those other black women being tortured in 4K through satanic rituals, that is Bonnie Lou Fraser Reingold and her white investors fetishizing. I'm not even getting to the history of what she's doing, because she's taking the tortures that she applied to me and spread it all across the internet. And that's how I cross paths with it. Now, I let that information right there set so you white people can sit there and say, oh, see, it's just black women. Because I know that's what you were thinking. Or you white men, oh, it's black women. This is what they do. No, they were forced to do that. They were forced to do that. Or else. People have been murdered. Women have not hung themselves, been hung. And you white llamas, you all are, you should be scared. You ones over here in Nova Scotia, all of you. Because y'all gonna start talking and telling on each other. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. I want to go back to church and talk about the forgiveness aspect, because it's been on my spirit, but not in the aspect that normal aspect. I think it's very selfish of persons to ask any person even to even have a preconceived thought, even have a talk of forgiveness before the person is even freed from her enslavement. I think it's very selfish, and it shows it's a great indicator of the mindset of the person that is only beneficial to them. Because what exactly are you asking forgiveness for in this situation? Which part? But to see, they put the subliminals out there. I have grace for my community if you're not pedophiles and such. But I don't know what that looks like yet because I've never been in this situation. I've never been had family members try to kill me. I never knew my parents had me to traffic me. They didn't have me for love or any other reason. They devised a plan, had a girl, and this is me. Been a product ever since, except for mama and the family that ain't my family no more, some of y'all. But that was my family. That was my family. I received my love from mama, Aunt Alice, Aunt Doreen, Uncle Bubbles, Aunt Nanny. That's what I call her. That was it, Mama Nanny. I don't know at the time. I don't know what's going on with y'all up home, and Lisa, well, Aunt Lorraine, rest in peace. Aunt Lorraine, all the real ones I feel are gone. I don't know because I don't even know who's alive or dead right now, as it relates to my last couple of years here. No, North Preston, excuse me, Big North Preston is very sacred to me. Mama is very sacred to me. The lineage of my family is very sacred to me. And anybody getting in the way of that will have to deal with the smoke that comes with that. I am not playing. If I am to live here, things are going to change here. My community will be built up. The Nova Scotia government will see to it as it relates to what they are owed. Because, all the politicians are corrupt right now. We're taking all of them down. And I know the new officials that'll be coming into office will absolutely want to see the buildup of the first Black Indigenous community in North Nova Scotia under Preston Township. I know that's what you would want. Because reputational liability will follow you for the rest of your years in this digital era. And I will see to it that you get all the exposure you need. And teams will come in to make sure that happens. It'll be Hollywood style, just better. Because, Black excellence. You white people have the nerve, and I mean the absolute, and I'm not talking about all you Mexican people, because some of you Mexican people, you all have flipped. I caught one of the crackers in the parking lot yesterday. Don't come over here and pretend to take a fake shit turn around and take the picture of the signs. That's why they're up, stupid. They'll be doing this and pretending like, oh, I'm going to just take a picture of myself and then talk to your man about the signs. I'm going to tell you, yeah, that's what it says. What the fuck are you doing this stupid ass low key shit for? Turn around, take that shit. But I know why you do it. And I caught you in that shit yesterday. That's why you hurried off, right? But I showed you how to do it. I walked right out there, walked right in front of your car after you got in it, and I took a video of you. That's how you take a direct picture. That's how you take direct footage. Do not play in my fucking face. Because a lot of you white Mexicans have voted for Trump, you're liberals. You're linked up with white men because you know you want a whiter baby because you know you get paid more for that. See, that's what that vessel I came from tried to do to me. I don't want no white man from what? They're the weakest race on the fucking planet. Why would I want anybody in the weakest race? Any race that has to savagely and systematically and everyday do this fuck shit out here. Who would want to be a part of that but them? They don't even like each other. That's why they're stealing everything else. And Africa will be built back up. You white people, Google Tulsa, Oklahoma. Massacre. Go ahead. The only people on this land that look at this land as separated is you white people. Now, I know there's some people in the community that might say, you know, Canada, the U.S. No, it's this North America continent. This is our continent. That is it, and that is all. I mean, it's not it and all, but you know. This is our continent. This is Mexican people's continent. This whole North American continent belongs to melanated people, black people. White people, you're visitors. Trees up. All of them. We had districts from the north to the south, 7 of them. You lied about everything. That's where you're at in 2026. It's not funny, but my God, in here today. You have lied about everything. And you think any truth comes out your mouth? No. Nova Scotia, no. You don't like it? Go back to Europe. No, don't. Because we're going to get Asian people, Asian. Y'all ready? Because we ready. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I will rejoice in it. Period. Boom. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hi, baby. Want some? There you go. Eat some more. I ain't know the crow. Where you go, crow? Did you get that bread? Oh, yeah, you did. There you go, baby. Eat that. I don't know what else to talk about. What time is it? Time. That's 1 o'clock. 1:01. Hey, Mom. Um, what else am I talking about? No, I'm talking about that. Well, it's a parent. Well, Patricia, right? The white people in her family. Came, that's what that name, pick her up. And who got out the vehicle? The back of the vehicle was a black man. And so I told that black man, be careful. She might set your ass up. That's what she do. She set black men and black women up. And she was like, oh, Tanya, just my family. Oh, isn't it? What does that mean? You had your mother propped up. Was that your grandmother, right? Propped up there on that post, the your mailbox, right? And we know what that signifies, right? Because she's no longer here. Her obituary, right? Right. So it's very interesting about these crackers driving the vehicle. These cracker women, right? Right. Because see, Bonnie Lou Fraser Reingold did not, excuse me, Bonnie Lou Reingold did not sit at a table, a black family table, and learn up this poison and shit. Oh no, 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 no. See, Bonnie had a different lifestyle. This is where the number 10 comes into play. Bonnie was brought down home when she was 10. Well, up home. Mhm. She went from a lifestyle with Glam Bella, which was a little bit was city, more city, right? I can't say it's better. I don't think the city's better than the country. I don't think the country's better than the city. I think they have their own. They're both unique places. You know, there's one for one thing. One anyway. Bonnie, when she came down home, when she came up home, or down home, I don't know. When she came down home, she didn't like it because it was not what she was used to. She was used to seeing white people sit at tables and have dinner together, not even realizing the flip of it all. She found that out when she hit the U.S. So she gets sent down home when she's 10 because I'm guessing Glambella, based upon Bonnie's bipolar disorder and her erratic mindset, needed a slower moving pace, especially with Glambella being in a lifestyle. And there weren't a lot of ways for our women to make money back then. And my Glambella was not only a home health aid person, but she made extra money. She had a hustle. And when you have a child that needs more attention, that's what they did back then. She brought her home. And that's what happened. And that's what Bonnie resented. Bonnie knows had a relationship with her mother. She resented her mother for bringing her up home. And she looked at mom. She looked down on mom the whole time. Bonnie was in the basement. Bonnie had her own room in the basement. That's where the basement comes from. That in that house up there. Well, that house up there, Bonnie's room was in the basement. She had her own room. Was taken care of. But the lifestyle compared to where she was from with Lambella was beneath her. And she looked down on mom. There wasn't nothing mom could do. This is a mindset Bonnie Lou had based upon what she initially was raised up in. Bonnie looked at people at home like what she says country bumpkins, not even thinking that they just want a simple life. Nobody wants all that sometimes. Some people just like it simple like that. And they have a right to. The deal that Mike Lambella and my mama made had nothing to do with Bonnie. She was well taken care of. She got all the rewards, the bells and whistles, and of everything. Bonnie has some beautiful places here. She couldn't maintain it. She's never felt the void, and she never will. And there's a whole bunch of voids. It's not one singular void. There's a whole bunch of voids in that, whatever you want to call it. That's why my number was always 10. That's why a lot of things. But I'm not going to get into too much into that because that's my own trauma. And I really don't want to share any more of my trauma with you while I'm going through trauma. But I just wanted to run that down because that's what it was. That's why when she was running out to the outhouse, she had fear. Because I was raised up there. I wasn't scared to go out there. I wasn't afraid to go out in them woods. I wasn't afraid of no bugs, none of that shit. But if you come from the city in a specific lifestyle, that would be a shock. Just like me being taken to DC was a shock. And that's exactly what Bonnie did. Because Bonnie was taken from her sister when Bella did that. So I can imagine how I was taken from my brother. So instead of evolving, this is what she decided to do. She decided to have me, well, Stevie too, but as it relates to trafficking and the torture, this is what her and Billy had planned for me. They planned this. That's why Billy had that me up propped up on that car. And there's a whole bunch of other things. And I don't know about you white people here and what y'all gonna do with your families. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not finished and I'm not done. And I do not want to live around people like you. So it's gonna get cleaned up. Um, advocate for enough people to clean it up. I'll bring Ottawa here like I was going to do. But not just yet. There's some exposure that needs to happen. Across all platforms. And the fact that y'all didn't catch her, got her, says a lot about what's going to happen to me when I leave here, which is really not a good. I don't. I need space and time because I know the information that I'm going to receive is not going to sit well. About why I'm here. And I did not sacrifice for any of you to be here. I had a movement, I had a dream, And I'm not sharing my trauma with anybody inflicting trauma on me, who caused so much trauma to me. In order for me to be purposeful in God's purpose, I need the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Because if I don't get it, and I know it, you need to sit there, family. I have been asking for the truth all my life, all my motherfucking life. And every stage, I was lied to. There's some family that's not involved in this. I'm not talking to you. They know who I'm talking to. And it's at least a dozen of you. At least. I'm still here with no end in sight. You think you waiting for all these contracts to expire does what for me? My abuser is still stalking me and will still continue to do it after your contract. So the benefit of your contract expiring is only for your selfish self. I have no time to take days off when I leave here. When I leave here, it's go time. Nova Scotia. Beyond anything you could ever imagine what you've done to me. Beyond anything you could ever imagine for what you have done to me in this place. Over at the other place, Brownie House. You all know what you have done to me. And I have a plethora of data. I haven't even put a suit on yet. Some of you should get an immigration lawyer. And not one from here, because they're probably coded to the phone. This is how white women gauge black women's pain level. Well, she doesn't look like she's going through it, so she must be fine. Look at her, she looks great. So you have a gauge of inflicting pain to see how much a black woman can take. It's historical. Nothing you white women here have done has been not noticed, not done before. You can't quiet hush hush about it. No, I'm gonna start with the $1 million houses. How did you get that house? This is a full Nova Scotia audit, and you all have no idea how thorough I am, how educated I am, and how many educated, thorough black women I'm bringing. Because half of you white women call me crazy in an effort to get me committed, right? Let's talk about my neurologist report, though. Let's talk about that real quick before I get out. How long have I been on, God? Oh, I'm doing good. Okay, maybe 20 more minutes. 2 hours be good. I did some social. God, trying to make me do some social. I'm gonna, cause I'm getting practice and getting ready to talk to the kids. Anyway, what did I say I was gonna talk about? I forgot that quick. I haven't been smoking much. I had got some shatter last night, but it's not that much. So I'll be looking forward to that J when I get it. I can't get no weed. But I'm managing my pain, like for the pain management of my 420 intake. I'm managing it a different way. It's not as great because, of course, weed is great. It's great for the body, especially when you know what you're doing with it. And especially when your body's used to it, pain management. But as well, and also a mental pain management because a lot of times weed is for the mental aspect. Not a lot of persons know about the benefits of weed or on your body, on your system. So white women want to see white women want to see black women suffer to in order to. Okay, maybe she is upset. Maybe she is. No, no. What did I say I was going to talk about? I'm trying to remember. I forgot. I got a lot of thoughts going on in my head. So, and she keeps sending a regroup man by. Regroup. You go regroup. 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 Okay, what you do? Y'all kept going for this. Y'all got Bonnie Lou. Y'all keep doing it. She's trying to just maintain whomever she can get. But you have this dumb cracker to know what's going on in here and then come up in here and try to start shit with me. You just step right into it and she'll set you right on up. Eyebrows look good. Yeah, they do, Glam Bella. They look good. My life is but a mystery. I don't have control over my own life. And people be like, but you can get up and walk out, but I could get murdered. And nobody would know what happened in this house or this building. All the things that they've done in here. There's a lot of immigrated melanated people who are being used. Sending out Amber Alerts or alerts, emergency alerts, utilizing your taxpayer dollars to create these fake ass scenarios. And a lot of it's for social media. A lot of white men here don't know that their wives are sitting at home with these contracts. A lot of white men, like the white man that I went when I went to the store yesterday, and he had his daughter right in front of me in line, and she was color coded. But here's the thing: he doesn't know. You're sending him up there with his daughter. Send that bitch. Send the mother. That's who knows. There are very few white men here that have kids. Let me put that in there. There are very few white men here who have kids. Let me not say very few. There's less percentage of white men here who have kids that know that their wives, that they don't know that their wives have done this. And I can tell by the responses when I go out on that street and tell people, and they're walking their husband and wife and walking. Why is your child color coded? Did you get a payout for that child, or code that child to a child trafficking code? And blowing kiss, bitch, don't blow no fucking kiss at me, did you? And he's looking at me like, mm-hmm. Because who dresses the kids? Normally, the woman, the mother. Or if the father dresses them, who picked out the clothes? The mother. I just set the clothes out and just get up and put them on. Doesn't matter if the kid even wants to wear that. Not even allowing the kid to get up and pick their own outfit. Or if they get to pick their own outfit, they have to pick certain things because of your trafficking. So don't send no white man with his child. Bring the whole family or bring the mother. I want to talk to mothers. I'm a mother. I'm bringing some men for the fathers, but I'm talking to the mothers. Because them white bitches don't give a fuck. Neither do the white men either, but you know. This grooming starts with mom, right? Right, white women? Because it was your grandmothers out there, you know, like throwing rocks at black kids, right? Not long ago. She got the regroup, man, after to make noise. That's what it is. Okay, I got it now. What does that do? Who's the city? You had them crackers across the street last night at midnight honking, having their alarm going off. I had to go tell them about themselves. They wondering because they from out of town. What does she mean? Oh, you know what I mean. Get your color coded ass back to where the fuck you from. I don't care about your walk of shame. You should be shameful. I do not play about kids. I don't want any child to go through what I went through. Mm. I forgot I was going to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it too. Shit. I don't remember. I could run it back. That's what I should do. Let me see something right quick. Oh, y'all.